The meaning of the number 1. Let's make something clear from the beginning. You're not represented only by a number. When I hear someone say, I am a numerology number 1, I say, and what else? After a more in-depth discussion, the person usually refers to his or her own life numerology, which is calculated as 1. This is an important number that is known, but it is only the beginning. This article analyzes the meaning of the number 1 in what refers to the way of life, as well as the instinct of soul and expression. Life path number 1. The number of the way of life is also known as the number of the birth path or number of the birth force. It is calculated from the numbers on your birth date, one of the few things in your life that will never be altered. The life path number provides a view of the route predestined in your life. When we know that number, we can work with him and not against him. Trying to resist that path can only lead to frustration, while working with it can lead to a full life. The number of the way of life talks about the life lessons we must learn. When we are young, we probably do not possess those qualities, but as we get older, we should try to learn the associated lessons and incorporate the path set for us. Numerology, the number 1 life path, has to do with the lessons of self-independence and self-defense. It has to do with lessons in self-confidence, leadership, and ego. Depending on the two-digit number that leads to the final calculation, these lessons may be rooted in various aspects of humanity, including, among others, philanthropy, business, home of artist expression. In any case, those with numerology life path number 1 will be constantly offered the opportunity to learn to stand on their own feet and not trust other people. Numerology soul urge number 1. The soul instinct number is sometimes referred to as the soul number or perhaps the heart's desire, and is calculated from the vowels in a person's name. The vowels represents emotions that, as an aside, is the reason why people with many vowels in their name, for example Louise, tend to be quite emotional people. The number of the soul represents our worldly desires, and desires. These can be buried deep within us, and others will not be aware of them unless we share those desires with others. This energy represents what we would like to achieve in order to be happy. Numerology soul urge number 1 is about people who will end up being happy when they are in command. They feel uncomfortable when they are forced to follow others or submit to their will. People with the soul desire are happy when they are doing well and not wavering. These people prefer to work alone than with others. Now you understand how it is important to know more than just your number on the path of life. Knowing your alma number can give you the ideas about what you need to live a happy life. Knowing your partner's soul number can give you a vision of how to make it happy. Numerology expression number 1. The expression number is sometimes referred to as the destination number and is calculated using all the letters in the given name at birth. The number of expressions gives a sense of person's true personality. The expression is what you give to the outside world as the world sees it. It is quite important to understand how, like any number in any numerical calculation, that the energy can be expressed positively or negatively. Maybe in our personality we have a lot of potentials to focus on the negative that suits us, to understand those potential pitfalls and do our best to avoid them. Those with numerological expression number 1 can interact with the world as courageous leaders and confident self-reliant individuals. They may be the kind of person who always knows what to do and is going to lead ahead. These are the people who will be able to achieve a lot by taking assertive actions. However, those who give into the negative side of energy can present themselves as self-centered and selfish, aggressive and arrogant thugs in their personality. If you have any of these traits, you have to address them and try to find the most constructive positive side of the energy that was offered to you. Personality number 1. In the case of a person who is not of his family, the person who is in the place of work, one people can create wonders when they put their mind on that. They shrink the obstacles with the same ease with which they clean a light layer of snow. In general, it is not reasonable to enter the road like a bull in an arena. You are likely to be run over. If you look at an image of one, you can see your pride. You will meet a pride person, usually in front of the group. When you want to manifest dreams and goals, you want one on your side for a firm determination that exceeds the odds. However, having said that, Jungian psychology places one as a symbol of unity. Like the old saying, there is no I in a team. When people work together as one and have one individual among them, the changes that are surprising. In the meaning of numbers 1 is the only figure that is neither male nor female. In numerological compatibility, when one pair with an odd number, the result is even female. When marriage with an even number, the sum is strange male. This creates a powerful connection for a person with the yin and yang energies working together. It's not surprising that they strive for transformation and transcendence with aggressiveness. However, as the song says, one is a lonely number. The impulse behind that soul is so strong that it can lead to separation. This distance allows the spirit to concentrate on their desires and needs, which are always in front of the mind of an individual. This same concentration, however, exactly because one is a symbol of leadership, patience, and manifestation. In terms of hobbies, one looks for competition, often physical. Some that come immediately to mind including boxing, fencing, martial arts, and soccer. Numerology compatibility of the number 1. In the front of the house, 1 is perhaps the most difficult partner. They are territorial, often demanding, and at times highly critical. 3 and 5 make the best life number partners for 1. 3 is very carefree and can ignore the serious nature of 1, and 5 has great sense of adventure, which means that they do not mind participating in their next individual. Finally, I must emphasize that there are other numbers that it is very beneficial to know. However, this is an article, not a book, therefore I have to draw the line somewhere. From this article, my hope is that you understand that there is much more complexity behind your numerology than a single digit number. Just as there is much more in astrology than a sun sign, you should also have an idea of how the power of numerology number 1 manifests itself in 3 main ways in our life, directing our lessons, our desires, or our personality.